Hello, I'm the Amazing Atheist, and I have seen hell. Not the literal Christian hell, but a literal Christian hell, as in a hell filled with Christians. I can't explain this. It's called the Thaw. Just watch.
Christianity is being completely frozen out of America.
You know, I'm reading this book by Stephen Hawking, and he's talking about all of these different universes where the laws are different and things aren't quite like they are here. And I'm thinking that you must be living in one of those, because the latest Pew survey says that 78% of Americans are Christians. To say that such an overwhelming majority of people are oppressed in a country where every single politician has to stay, God bless America! God bless America! God bless America! If a politician doesn't say God bless America, people are like, what's wrong with him? And yet you're gonna come on camera and tell me that you're some oppressed group? Oh, woe is you!
Why can't I pray in school?
Why do I have to check my religion at the door?
Why can't I write about God in my school papers?
Why do I have to tolerate people cursing my God, but I am not allowed to talk about God in my faith?
I am so sick of this lie that fundamentalist Christians in America are so fond of telling, where they think, oh yeah, prayer is not allowed in school, and the Bible is not allowed in school, and mentions of God are not allowed in school. That is a lie. Mandatory prayer is not allowed in school. The school is not allowed to put the 10 Commandments up on the wall. The school is not allowed to force you to study the Bible on the basis of, hey, this is the truth. Check it out, kids. But a student, when I went to school, there were tons of Bible clubs that gathered after school, and no one said anything, no one cared. You know, and there were students who wrote about God in their reports, and there were students who talked about God and who prayed, but they were allowed to do it because it was their individual choice, just like it's my individual choice not to do any of those things. Doesn't it make more sense for everyone to have their own choice about what sort of spiritual things they're going to do rather than having it mandated?
Why are they taking God out of my history books?
Because he doesn't exist. Maybe that's why. Maybe if you want to read a book about God, you should read the Bible.
Why do they teach every other theory in science except creation?
Because it's not science. In science class, there's this tendency for the curriculum to be oriented around science. And the fairy tale that we were created by a magical floating bearded patriarch who's like, I feel like creating a world today because I'm all fucked up on crack and booze. So might as well just sculpt ourselves a little planet. Put it around the sun, and hell, I'll just throw some stars in the sky. Doesn't matter. Those are easy. I could build those. And cosmos. Just put that together. But this one little rock, I'm going to spend 7 days building this because this is important. I'm going to put some monkeys on there.
Why am I called names because I believe in marriage the way God designed it?
Aw, what kind of names do they call you? Moron? Dipshit? Asshole, bigot, cretin? Because those all seem like, what's the word I'm looking for? Accurate. I mean, you're the one who's trying to impose your religious beliefs on other people. You know, don't you understand that it's your religion and therefore you have to follow its rules? Other people don't have to follow its rules. I mean, that's like saying, hey, we're the crazy wear porcupines on your head club. And they walk up to you like, why aren't you wearing a porcupine on your head? It's like, because I'm not in the fucking crazy wear porcupines on your fucking head club because it's fucking stupid.
Some even call us hateful,
Hypocrites. Unloving.
Close-minded.
Bigots. Yeah? What's the problem? That all seems accurate to me.
Why can't Tim Tebow praise God after making a touchdown without causing a national uproar?
Tim Tebow was beloved by most people. There was a few people like me who said he was an asshole, but the vast majority of Americans were like, yeah, Tim Tebow, woo!
The football coach at Ridgeland High School in Georgia was investigated by the school board.
Did he abuse a student?
Is he a terrorist?
He allowed local churches to feed his football team. In public school, I'm called lesbian
Or gay?
for not kissing or for wanting to save myself for marriage.
Save yourself for marriage? What is this, 1680? Does your father get a dowry too? How much are you worth? 7 goats and 15 pigs and a couple of chickens?
In public school, people are rude and disrespectful towards Christians.
Bullying is common.
You know, I was in public school just a little over a decade ago, and I don't remember everyone picking on the Christians. In fact, I remember the Christians being the bullies, and the kids who really had to worry were anyone who was gay or lesbian or anything like that, because if they came out of the closet or got outed somehow, they were at serious risk for getting the shit beaten out of them, or maybe worse. And you know where the threat came from? It came from the Christian kids. So I'm sorry, but I'm highly skeptical of this bullshit proposition that you have presented me with. Thank you kindly.
What we see in our health classes.
Sex education.
4th grade and up.
Was that kid just grabbing his imaginary tits? Let's watch that again.
4th grade and up.
He was. They were talking about sex education, and that kid was like, yeah, sex education. Yeah, your mouth says one thing, but your hands, they're saying something else, little man.
What we see in our health classes.
Sex education.
4th grade and up.
Is pornography.
Pornography. Sex education is pornography. Let me tell you something. If you can jerk off to this, then you are so easily aroused that you would probably cum in your pants if you saw a girl eating a hot dog.
People make fun of me because I don't believe in abortion.
Oh, you poor child. People make fun of you because you don't believe in reproductive rights? What a miscarriage of justice. Get it? Miscarriage of justice. Kill me, and I kill fetuses.
In public school, people believe Christians are goody-goods and boring.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, I don't think you're goody-goods. I think you're rotten to the fucking core. Better?
Dirty jokes fill the hallways between classes.
During class?
Before school.
At lunch. After school.
On the bus, off the bus.
Get the idea?
Oh my god, people telling jokes? Dirty jokes? And are they laughing at these dirty jokes? They tell dirty jokes and then they laugh. Let me tell you something. Every time you laugh at a dirty joke, that's like the equivalent of selling your soul to Satan. My pastor told me.
Despite modern popular belief, America was founded as a Christian nation.
No. Thomas Jefferson was a deist who edited all of the miracles out of the Bible. Thomas Paine was a deist who wrote the closest thing to atheist literature of his day. John Adams was a Unitarian who rejected the divinity of Christ. He rejected the Holy Trinity. But more importantly than what the Founding Fathers themselves believed is what is contained within the Constitution. Okay? If this were a Christian nation, it would be laid out in the Constitution. The Constitution pretty much lays out exactly how our government is supposed to work, and we follow it to this day, sometimes, in my opinion, to a fault. And nowhere in there is Jesus mentioned. You can't find Jesus, you can't find Christ, you find nothing saying that there should be like national days of prayer or anything like that. That is conspicuous in its fucking absence. If we were a Christian nation, it would have been laid out in the Constitution just like everything else.
No one would dare not to stand, place their hand over their heart, and recite the pledge.
Oh my god, this kid thinks his heart is located right here. You can tell he was homeschooled.
America was once a force for good.
Oh yeah, America. America was a force for good. Yeah. let's ask the Indians about that. The Indians we slaughtered. Ask them about the Trail of Tears. Ask them how, if they felt like America was a force for good when they were being marched off the lands that America told them they owned, but then told them, actually, you don't own this because we have all the soldiers. Ask the African slaves who were enslaved for generations in America. Ask them how they feel about America being a force for good. Ask the Chinese laborers who worked themselves to death in mass graves building our railroads. Ask them what they think about America being a force for good. Ask the Iraqi civilians who died by the hundreds of thousands because of Bush's God-endorsed war. Ask them if they feel like America is a force for good in the world.
America was once the hope for the world.
Yeah. I'm sick of you kids. Let's fast forward and see if they say anything else interesting.
We are an army.
Christ is our commander.
We are an army, and Christ is our commander. Well, Christ is dead. He's been dead for quite some time now. So I would imagine you'll actually be taking your orders from Karl Rove.
We are an army.
Christ is our commander.
His will is our charge.
We are impacting our friends,
our families, our community,
our state,
our country.
We are in a war for the hearts and souls of our generation.
And we know it.
Yeah. In the timeless words of one of my favorite cartoon characters, Eustace Bagg, blah, blah, blah. I'm the Amazing Atheist. If you like this video, click here on the jiggly man titties to subscribe to my beautiful channel and watch all of my wonderful content. And you can follow my amazingness on Tumblr and Twitter and Facebook. And if you like this video, you should comment on it, let us know what you think, and you should rate it. Even if you think it sucks, you should give it a thumbs up, because, you know, just for fun, you know, because what's the point in the down? Down, that's bad. No, up. Do it.